guys, welcome back to a brand new video. I'm RexFinance, and today, I got the fedora back on, and it has been a little while since I featured the fedora on my channel. But for those of you that are new out there, this fedora has seen some insane gains in the stocks I pick on my channel. Basically, whenever I wear this fedora with a new stock pick of mine that I've never presented before, it means I'm very confident in the investment, and I think every single time I've worn this fedora with this stock I present on my channel, it has doubled in share price ever since I made the videos. And I honestly don't think ever since I started this channel back in April that I have had a losing play. Just to feature a few: Workhorse at $2.94, CleanSpark at $4.64, and then Flux Power at $5. Now, this stock I'm talking about today reminds me a lot about Flux Power, and there's several reasons why, and I'll get into that later in the video. But this brand new stock I am very confident in, just like all the other stocks I talk about on my channel. I put my money where my mouth is, right? I'm not a YouTuber that just, makes videos on companies to get views. If I'm presenting a company on my channel, I myself am very confident in it, and I myself are invested in that company. I bought 3,000 shares the other day at $3.50 in my Robinhood growth portfolio that we track on this channel. But all in all, I have around 5,000 shares of this company when you add in the fact of all the other accounts I manage. And just to show you proof of that, here's my Robinhood page right here. 3,000 shares, $3.50 average cost. So we've already seen about a 20% increase in the share price since I bought in. I'm not surprised. I think this is going to double in the very short term, but going into the long term, I think this is going to be a beast of a company. Now, my main investment philosophy is always to invest in the long term with hopes for short-term gains. So short-term gains come like it has so far with this company and all the companies I've invested in the past. It's great. But if you start investing with your emotions, that's never good, because then you make emotional buying and selling decisions. You always want to be making logical decisions when investing your money. This stock keeps rising as I'm talking, so it's kind of exciting. But we've already seen 22% gain, and I bought this stock just a few days ago. The reason that's important is because my paid members got to know that I bought shares of this company as soon as I made my first purchase. So a lot of them are sitting very nice right now as well, with 20% gains or more. So if that sounds interesting to you, if you want to join the members only Discord server, hit the join button down below, located right next to the subscribe button. So penny stocks have kind of been my specialty on this channel, as I've already mentioned. I don't think I've had a losing play since starting this channel in late April, and that's because I invest with a lot of confidence and I am very picky. So if I'm picking a stock and I'm investing in a stock, I've done thorough research, and I truly believe that we're going to see some nice investor gains in these companies. And I just want to say one last thing, and that's that just because the markets are at all-time highs doesn't mean there aren't opportunities out there to be invested in. And this company today is one of those opportunities, I feel like personally. They're extremely undervalued in my opinion, and I'm going to discuss that in the first part of this video. So on that note, yes, this video is going to be presented in a bit of a different way from normal, just because I want to prove a point about the financials to start off with. So yes, I haven't officially said the name of this company yet or the ticker symbol, but you probably saw it when I put up my Robinhood portfolio. But this company's name is SGBX, ticker symbol SGBX. Now, before you click off the video and go see what this company does, stick with me for a few minutes. I want to highlight these financials. The first thing I notice on this slide that I'm presenting now, zero debt. The next thing I notice is that they have over $13 million in cash. Now, before we move on, I should probably say the market cap of this company when I first bought in at $3.50 was $30 million. Today, it's more like 35, 36, 37 after we've seen the share price climb 20%. Now to the next slide. The management team just came out the other day and projected a minimum of 400% revenue growth for fiscal year 2021 to $20 million in revenue minimum. On top of this, they have a $24 million order backlog that they expect to execute and deliver on over the course of the next 24 months. So all $24 million is going to hit their income statement over the next 2 years if they don't have any delays. So just to review that, they're projecting a 400% increase minimum to their revenue numbers for fiscal year 2021 to $20 million in revenue. They have over $13 million in cash and zero debt. Let me say that again, zero debt. And that's big for these cheap companies that don't have high valuations. That decreases the risk of the investment drastically. And the last little key note is that they have a $24 million backlog that they're going to execute over the course of the next 24 months. And again, at the time I prepared these slides, they had a 30 million market cap, but today that's over 35 million. But my point still stands. I think this share price is going to double in the near term, and it's going to be a fantastic stock to be invested in the long term. So looking at these financials, I don't know about you guys, but if I personally had no idea what this company did, this company could be selling paper clips and I would be throwing money in left and right with these types of projections and these financials. Now, let's talk about what's typical for growth stocks or penny stocks, or at least what I have observed. Typically, a stock is undervalued if they don't have at least 5 years of revenue priced into their market cap at a minimum. Now, if we dive a little deeper into this company in particular, next year alone, they're going to do 2/3 of their current market cap in revenue. And if you add on the $13 million in cash, we're already above that current market cap for year one. This company has completed acquisitions in the past, and I think they're going to do more in the future. And I always like to see that when I'm invested in a stock. And again, another key note, 0 debt. And that decreases the risk of this investment drastically, as I've already said. So now let's get into what this company actually does, because that's probably a key part of this video, right? What this company does is they repurpose unused or retired shipping containers. Now, that sounds like a very boring business to be invested in. But again, look at the financials, look at their projections, and it's pretty clear, it's pretty easy to see that this stock will more than likely double in the short term and be a beast in the long term. Now, I am not a financial advisor, so don't take anything I'm saying as advice. I am just speaking my own ideas, and it's up to you guys to make a buying decision. Please do your own research, read through their latest 10K, read through their latest investor presentation like I'm going through now and I have in the past. But the fact that it's kind of an unattractive business, I think that's part of the reason this stock has been overlooked. But trust me, anytime that the market cap and the financials get out of line, either the market cap comes down, the market cap goes up, the financials go up, or the financials go down. In this case, I think the market cap is going to go up because this management team has delivered on their promises. So the first slide of the investor presentation here, we can kind of see one of their ideas or projects that they've worked on. This is basically a walk-up office facility. And one thing that this first slide is depicting is a partnership that they just developed with another company to help with the pandemic test kits. So basically you have a walk-up center like this made out of a retired shipping container where you can walk up and be tested for, what we're talking about, what's going on in the world right now. I can't say the word, I don't want to be demonetized. But on top of that, and I'll throw this press release up on the screen now, they have a partnership with Blink Charging to develop electric vehicle charging stations with retired shipping containers. An important note is that there are millions of these shipping containers that are either retired or being unused currently. So before I lose you guys, let's just look at some of the ideas and projects they've worked on. They've built several Starbucks coffee buildings. They've worked with Puma. They've worked with Taco Bell. And they've really, they've developed houses, they've developed buildings, they've developed apartments with these shipping containers. It's really a neat concept. And this is really popular for gentrification purposes, which is basically when wealthy people come into not so fortunate neighborhoods and upgrade their buildings. When you're thinking about old shipping containers being used for buildings, my first thought was, holy cow, that's going to look ugly. But when you look at these buildings, they look nice. I was, pleasantly surprised to say the least. So the benefits of doing something like this are that it reduces construction time and cost by upwards of 40%. Now, again, that's big for the gentrification purposes. And again, there are millions of these shipping containers just laying around. So you're helping out the environment, you're helping out the world, along with investing in a company that's helping out poorer neighborhoods. And really, it's a new concept and it's a very neat concept. And I've already highlighted, surprisingly to me, the buildings look very visually appealing. We'll go back to that slide right now. I mean, look at these things. You would not believe these were made out of shipping containers. At least I wouldn't. Another thing I should mention is that it's very easy to build with retired shipping containers because they're already squared away. That's part of the reason the construction times and cost are down significantly when you build with shipping containers. These shipping containers can be stacked 9 stories high, which is where you get the apartment or the hotels made out of these sorts of containers. And in fact, this company, SGBX, has developed an MBA academy in Africa using retired shipping containers. And I'll put a picture up on the screen right now for that as well, because it's really neat stuff. So already, if you're like me, you're thinking, holy cow, this has unlimited possibilities of the buildings they can create out of these shipping containers. And I think that's true. And that's part of the reason the management team is projecting a 400% increase minimum in their revenues for next year alone. A phrase I really like is that the trend is your friend and the fad is bad. This is not a fad. This is a trendy way to develop neighborhoods or even just to build new buildings or, disease test kit centers. And I already mentioned the NBA Academy. The possibilities here are just endless, which is why I'm really excited about this one. So in my personal opinion, right, my opinion alone, this stock is extremely undervalued from a financial perspective alone. We don't even have to look at what the company does or the future of their total addressable market. We can see from the financials alone, I personally think is valued at half minimum of what it should truly be valued at. And I personally think the stock price should be in the double digits. So I think we're going to see a double in the share price quickly, and the market cap always will catch up with the financials. That's a key point I like to make. And that has held true through all of my investments, specifically Flux Power. We're back to Flux Power. When I first invested in Flux Power, the market cap was not reflective of the financials one bit. And what have we seen from Flux Power since then? The share price has doubled, and that is taking into the fact that they have diluted even a little bit. So I want to cycle back to my investment philosophy. I invest for the long term with hopes for short-term gains. So don't get me wrong, if we don't see a double in the share price, I'll be a little bit surprised, but I'm not going to sell out of my investment because I am a long-term investor. If the short-term gains come, great. I'm not going to invest with my emotions. I'm investing with logic. And the financials alone tell me logically that this stock is undervalued dramatically. And again, I personally think a double-figure share price for this company is not too far away. Now I'm going to go back to one of the first slides I covered in this video. And I want to highlight that there are only 8.6 million shares outstanding. That means the float, the total shares available to be traded between hands day in, day out, is extremely small. So whenever this company gains traction, whenever investors start to see this as undervalued, well, the share price is going to take off because simply there just aren't going to be enough shares for the buyers to soak up and buy into. So that is why I would recommend personally, I don't know you guys' financial positions, but personally, I would be buying shares of this company left and right, even at today's price, regardless of the fact that I bought it $3.50. And that's because as soon as this gains traction, it is going to take off, which is part of the reason I think the share price is going to double in the immediate short term. And this is really one of those companies that you invest in and you do research on, and the research never ends. And that is a good thing. But I also want to mention, I'm a YouTuber that doesn't make standalone videos on companies. I will be back with more videos, more in-depth videos into this company for sure in the future. So if you're new here or returning and not yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on those videos. And my personal goal on this channel is every single viewer that comes across my channel, any of my videos, I want the majority of them to leave better off financially than they were before they watched the video. And that's really a testament to my community. I've built a very trustworthy, connected community, and I think we have one of the best communities on YouTube. So just a few closing remarks with this one. I wanted to diversify away from the electric vehicle industry, and this investment really did that for me. This is still focused on bettering the lives of everybody in the world, recycling unused steel containers, turning them into something that has a better purpose and can help out other people. And on top of that, I'm investing in a company that's growing revenues at 400%. So I'm going to review this. I think we're going to see a double in the share price quickly, and the market cap will always catch up to the financials. And the financials are way ahead of the market cap right now. It's just the way it is. And this is really a neat concept. It's trendy and it has unlimited possibilities. Again, I'll dive into more of this in the future videos, but I want to keep this video relatively short. The trend is your friend, but the fad is bad. This is not a fad. This is a trend. If you go to bigger cities like Las Vegas, you're going to see these types of buildings made out of retired shipping containers. So in my opinion, buy shares of this company as soon as possible. But again, I'm not a financial advisor, so don't take my words as advice. They're just my ideas and what I would personally do if I were in your shoes. So to close things off, this investment is very deep. There's a lot of research to be done, and I've just touched the surface of the research that goes along with this company. I just wanted to get this idea out there to you guys so that you guys can go out and do your own research and decide on whether you want to buy into this stock or not. Again, I'll have future videos coming out on this company, so subscribe below if you guys are new or returning and not yet subscribed. I don't ever make videos just to get views or just to get money. I make videos because I want to help you guys out, and I want you guys to have a better financial future because of the videos that you just watched. So that, guys, thank you so much for watching. It means a lot to me, more than you guys realize. You took time out of your day to watch my channel instead of like Jeremy from Financial Education. That means a lot to me. That's a crazy thought to me, and I really appreciate all of you guys' support. If you guys like this video, feel free to hit the like button down below. We've been destroying the like button. I think we've hit 1,000 likes each of the last 2 videos. So let's set that goal again, 1,000 likes on this video. That would be incredible. But if you like this investment, let me know down below in the comments section how many shares and what price you bought them at. With that, guys, have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend. I'll be back next week with brand new videos. Peace out.